So hi, and this video is about specifically about for rather Gate EC 2026 aspirants who gave GATE EC 2026, and I just set the clear-cut audience, intended audience for this video. So if you have given if you had given GATE EC 2026, or even if you had given GATE Electrical 2026, or even if you had given GATE Instrumentation 2026, or even if you had given GATE DA 2026, then this video holds a bit of relevance for you. So now the GATE exam is done, and last year, around 19 March, GATE result was declared, which is roughly 1 month of time, which you now have from now on when your result will be declared. But regardless of the fact when the result will be released, you have given the exam, and if you have were a serious aspirant and if you gave the exam seriously, you already now have an intuition that what rank you would be getting. Now, what rank or what score you would be getting, right? And your this time which you have, that definitely you deserve the rest of this 1 month, but there are certain things that you must do. Now, before that, I'll just define that what pathways you might be thinking if you gave GATE seriously, and if GATE was a serious option for you, you might have you might be considering for PSU, or you might be considering M.Tech opportunity, or you might be considering M.Tech research opportunity, or you might be considering PhD opportunity, right? So these are the various opportunities that you have at hand. So these are the things that you might be considering. If you are not considering any of such options through GATE, then this video is not that relevant for you. So if you are considering PSU, the idea that I want to convey here is that most of the PSUs recruit very late. For example, GATE happened last year for February, but ISRO is recruiting even till January. Like now, January is when ISRO has finally confirmed its selected list of aspirants. So you can understand the pressure. Now, also what I want you to emphasize upon this is that since PSUs, the good PSUs typically recruit very late, they recruit after the first semester of M.Tech is over typically. So that's the reason that many people, just for a backup, they take seats in M.Tech program also. Okay. So many of the PSU guys you will find in M.Tech programs and top programs, because PSU you get by already by having a good rank, right? Under 100 or under 200. So these people take up seats in M.Tech just as a backup, so that if they don't clear the PSU interview, they still have an M.Tech seat. And it always happen in all the top branches. For example, I am from IISc, MVLSI. So, like four people from my batch are leaving now for PSU after one semester, because the results of PSUs are out now. Similarly, in other top branches also, like ICS of Madras or IEC of IIT Delhi, if I'm not wrong, and ICS of Bombay, all these places, people leave their M.Tech program so that they can go for PSU, because PSU recruits so late, so people also by compulsion they take M.Tech seats. Although that is wrong, I do agree with that. But since PSUs recruit late, this is something that happens quite a lot. I'm just mentioning that so that you know that if you are really only aiming for PSU, you have to be patient. Not only you need to have a great rank, specifically, especially if you are from general. Since I am also general, so I understand that. That nonetheless, for PSU, typically you need a great rank, and you also need to be patient for the recruitment, right? Then for M.Tech, there are many routes out there, but here I am specifically talking about the top branches from the top colleges. It should be very much clear to you that if you are not going to the top college with the top branch, even if you're doing M.Tech from IIT Bombay, but if the branch is not good, now I won't comment, do any controversial comment over here that this branch is bad, this branch is good. It's quite much available on the internet that which branch is desirable, which branch is not. You should do research on yourself. But what I'm saying here is that even if you come to IC and the branch is not great and it's not lucrative, since you are doing M.Tech with the prospect of job, and if that branch is not aligned to job. So when I'm saying that a branch is not great, I'm talking in terms of that branch does not have enough job in the industry, right? For example, for EC, we know that the best branch is MVLS, IC, ICS and IIT Bombay, ICS and IIT Madras, and so on and so forth. So you should do this research that which M.Tech branches are the best and which you should be aiming for. And now, what I want you to do, since you have just given gate, just like estimate your worst case rank. Worst case rank. Why I'm saying so is that so that now only since for 1 month you are prepared for the worst case rank which you will get, because like you have given gate, you will be sure that I won't get below 1,000. I'll qualify for sure. Like there are many categories of people who give gate. For example, when I had given gate last year, my worst case was that I was pretty much sure that I'll get a under 100 rank. So that was my worst case. So there you can also have a worst case of like under 500 or under 100. So you explore all your options. Like for example, if you are saying that I'll worst case I'll get under 500 rank. So here also you have good opportunities. For example, M.Tech IC, MVLSI. It takes on the base of interview. So even if you have 500 rank in general category, you still have a chance of getting admission in IC MVLSI because the interview also holds weightage. So the thing here is that you list out all the options for yourself in M.Tech, that MVLSI is good for me or electronic system engineering is good for me. Do your research, find an interest, and list out your options. Another important thing is that because some of these programs have interviews, even if you would like are having around 1,000 to 1,500 rank, you have opportunity for M.Tech research program which are great. Like you can go for IIT Madras M.Tech research program which are TI sponsored. They are amazing opportunities. IIT Bombay ICS M.Tech research, again amazing opportunity, but here again you have to qualify the interview there, and sometimes written test is also there. So the main idea that I want to convey here is that now your gate is over, but don't stop studying here. Because when people just stop studying abruptly for 1, 2, 3 months, they start to forget their basics. And trust me, your basics will help you not only now for getting selected in M.Tech via interview or for getting selected in M.Tech research via interview, but they will also help you for getting clear with your interviews in your, be it your interview for placement or be it interview for internship. So that habit of studying must not die out. That's my the idea, because I personally left the habit of studying for like 2, 3 months at a stretch. I was studying but not that well, and so I did face a bit of problem. Not that much of a problem, but you should not abruptly cut off your habit of studying. That's the basic idea that I want to convey. For example, for M.Tech, MVLSI, they ask you questions on, they some professors ask, some panels ask you that what is your preference, and some just directly ask you questions. So basically, your analog, digital, and your devices must be great if you're appearing from EC gate background, and they will ask you questions around that. And they'll not ask you very complex questions. They'll ask you questions on the fundamentals. For example, where does the pinch off region occur in a MOSFET? Very basic question, right? Why does it happen? Then in analog electronics, they can ask you that what is the need of degeneration, or why do we cascade circuits, and what's the disadvantage of cascading circuits? In digital, they can ask you that what is the what is the setup and hold time violation? Why does it happen? How can you avoid all that? So these are the kind of basic questions that can be asked, that you can be asked around the gate syllabus. And that is, I'm just talking about M.Tech MVLSI. There are many other specializations. Maybe you don't want to do MVLSI despite having a great rank. Also, you don't want to do MVLSI. You want to go into communication. You want to do signal processing. Then go ahead, research that during this 1 month you have till the results are declared, and you will have a good idea. After the result is declared and you know your actual rank and performance, and now you know that these IITs or these branches or these specializations I can tentatively get, start preparing for it. Start to hammer your basics right away, because now is a very good time that you have till the time you join your M.Tech. For example, in my case, I want to do MVLSI, so there is great resources available on NPTEL, which maybe I can make a video for that later on. But right now, what you do is to just research about the branches, about the great opportunities that you might have for your worst case rank, and you'll just get an exposure and idea about how things are, right? And this exercise is something that you should fundamentally do. And the most important thing is don't leave your habit of studying, regardless of the fact that whether you want to do PSU, you want to do M.Tech, you want to do M.Tech research, you want to do PhD, because many of the time, like I have seen double-digit rankers getting rejected from interview and triple-digit ranker getting selected just because of the fact that the double-digit ranker had left his habit of studying, and so he fumbled on some of the basics in interview, and so his selection did not happen because in an interview. So that should clearly not happen, because clearly that double digit ranker also had the knowledge, but the problem was that he just left revision entirely, right? So that is something that we must never do. So that is the main idea, that don't stop studying. Like, you should do it from interest. And again, the gate subjects that you can consider revising can be around, if you are doing going for PSU, then clearly you have to like revise everything. But maybe you want to do MVLSI, you can revise your digital electronics, you can revise your analog electronics, you can revise your devices. If you want to go towards RF sector, or if you want to go towards communication sector, you can revise your communication systems, you can revise your EMFT. So all these things you can do. Great. So this is the thing that I have to convey, that just estimate your worst case rank. You know what you have done, so you have an idea that what rank will be getting. You have given test series if you were preparing for seriously for GATE. So now you know on the basis of performance what rank will be getting. So spread out your options. Write down all the options that you have in M.Tech, M.Tech research, PhD, PSU, whatever. Research on that, and just bit by bit keep revising your GATE syllabus. Don't leave your habit of studying. So this was a very short video, and that is what I wanted to convey. And maybe after result, maybe I'll just make a video for VLSI people, that what resources they can study for an interview in like IISc MTech VLSI and ICS, ICS MTech research, all that. So thanks for watching, and good luck, and I'll see you in the next video.